Thank you for coming to Lazarus Recovery YouTube. These are additional comments on the lesson. I don't have a lesson. It's the privy lesson. So theoretically there should be a privy there. Hoping we got a privy there. I'm going to try to take care of the green screen here, but be patient with the videos. We're just learning this thing. I'm taking the videos on a Canon EOS. I'm going to try the cell phone, the Apple. If I can get the rig to set it up right. I'd like to get it so I can do them all at the same time, so I can record everything at the same time and have multiple looks at it. So I'm going to get a hat. There's a million things. Got a hat. I need water down here. And what we were talking about was the bucket. And I want to talk a little bit about the fact that, the YouTube is about recovery, but recovery from a Christian's perspective and sort of recovery from the AA and NA perspective too. So I was sober in AA for 6-7 years, 90 meetings, 90 days for 6 years. I got saved somewhere in a 2-year range, and I basically wasn't in AA, I was in a church, and I went to church 3 or 4 times a week, very active in plays and all the things you do at church. We did passion plays, we did a whole bunch of stuff, and I didn't drink, and I got married and had kids, and I became a single parent, and I've raised my 2 kids from 1.5 and 3 to somewhere around 30. So I got sober. My sobriety date is mid-November 1974. That makes me about 44 years sober. I've done AA, I've done NA, I've done miscellaneous types of Christian recovery, and that's sort of what it's been. I taught at the Bridge House for once a month for 5 years. My topic was anything I wanted to do on Christian recovery. So basically, I taught the steps, but I taught them from a biblical type of thing. I basically taught Bible, but taught the steps using the Bible and stuff like that. So we'll do that. Some of the videos will be a series on the steps. I do like my props. So, there'll be props. Everybody CR says, well, what's the prop? And part of the game is to, put the prop up and say, if you have any clue how I'm going to use this. And that'll be sort of the same thing I do here. I'll show you the prop, and then you'll have to stick with it to figure out how I've woven that into a recovery thing. That's just the way I roll. That's just the way it is. Senility's getting to me a little bit, so I have an excuse to be a little weird. I have a big cowboy hat. It looks ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, but I like hats because the light doesn't reflect. I'm trying to get a backlight that's decent. I'm using a big bright fluorescent, and it's burning out the green screen. I might try pictures and stuff like that, but the back wall is sort of a yellow yuck. So I theoretically could try to match that as a green screen, but we'll try to do with what we can. Be patient. I'm gonna post the videos even if they're sort of raunchy at first. Hopefully you'll see them improve. So the basic process we're going to do is teaching a lesson. This is something that came out of a CR lesson. I like the props and the ideas. Did I teach the lesson the way it was written in the book? Nah, probably not. But I liked what the Lord gave me, and this is what the Lord gave me for that lesson. This is us. This is us. You say, no, it's not me. I'm a Christian. True. But I betcha any amount of money, you've got a treasure trove of stuff inside. You got a treasure trove of things that you don't want to have anybody know about. Now, I'll betcha any amount of money, people in AA who work the program, they work through that stuff. They get some sort of closure. They deal with the Lord on it. They deal with the significant others in it. They seek healing and restoration. They seek at least closure. They seek to learn boundaries about, not being codependent idiot, but, setting realistic boundaries with people. We'll talk about all that stuff. I've had a lot of experience being codependent, and I've had a lot of experience being foolish and stupid, and I have a lot of experience, surviving with the Lord's help. So that's the journey we'll go on. I hope you come and check out the new videos as they come out. Subscribe down there, make comments down there, and we shall see you on the next. But right now it's the dirty bucket and the privy. And remember, you don't have to be a dirty bucket, and you can empty the privy bucket. But don't be surprised if it's a little messy and a little stinky. Getting better is a stinky business, but not dumping the bucket and not taking care of business is much, much worse and can be lethal, because you'll pick up and you'll use. And if you pick up and you use, then you don't care whether the privy bucket overflows. You basically lay in it. Trust me, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. You lay in garbage because you just don't want to deal with the fact that there's garbage. Adults take the garbage out. Adults clean out the privy. Adults get better. Hopefully you'll come along and grow with us. Won't be pretty. I'm not. Trust me. You can see I'm not pretty. But I'll tell you the truth. I'll always tell you the truth. As best as I know it, I'll tell you the truth. And come along and remember your privy. Remember to take care of the business of your privy. Remember to take care of the business of your past. Work the steps. Get a sponsor. Do the stuff that AA and NA says. Even CR says that stuff. So do what you can. Stay close to the Lord on a daily basis. Do the religious stuff, but do the real stuff too. Religion is nice, comforting, but the real repentant stuff of Christian life and action and stuff is what really counts. So, till next time, you will have no clue what I'm going to look like. Ridiculous, you have no clue what the props are. That's just your problem, not mine. Are you going to ostracize me from stuff? I don't think that's going to work. When you're 73, going on 73, I'm going to be 73 really quick, you don't care as much about what people think. I do care, but what are they going to do? Come and track me down in 50 years? I don't think so. They might be following along in 50 years, but so I'm going to tell you the truth as best as I know the truth, and I'm going to hopefully make you laugh, and hopefully make you cry, hopefully make you see God. The best anointing is if I can say something and you can see God. That's cool, and I will try. I'll try. I'll teach the step stuff, but I also want to teach a little bit about some Bible stuff too, because it's work for me. Not perfect, The bucket's a little cleaner than it was. And come with me and join the fun. Again, subscribe down below, comment down below. Thank you for the views. The views help. Subscriptions help. And hopefully I'll give you good news the next time. And maybe we'll talk about I run a sober house. So that is not the most fun thing that ever came down the pike, but we'll talk about it because it's a lot of really good information for you guys. So anything recovery / Christian we'll talk about. If you have something you want to talk about or teach about or do whatever, just make the comments below. Subscribe, and I'll try to gen out ever increasing quality of videos every week. So come take a look. We'll do some funky things, we'll do some strange things. You